This is a podcast from the Business Times.
Good morning. It's Tuesday, August 11th, 2026. From the Business Times news desk, here are your headlines. What you need to know. Singapore upgrades its 2026 GDP growth forecast to 4.5 to 5.5%, up from 2 to 4% as AI investment lifts the economy. A U.S. court dismisses fraud and bribery charges against Indian billionaire Gautam Adani, but the judge calls the Justice Department's decision concerning. Iran rejects U.S. compensation demands, deepening the Hormuz stalemate. In Singapore's Ministry of Trade and Industry this morning upgraded its 2026 GDP growth forecast to a range of 4.5 to 5.5% up from the previous forecast of 2 to 4%. The revision reflects a better-than-expected first half, during which the economy expanded 6.1% year-on-year, the strongest first-half performance in years. The upgrade is driven primarily by the accelerating global boom in AI investment lifting demand for Singapore's electronics and trade-related services. Enterprise Singapore simultaneously raised its non-oil domestic export forecast for 2026 to 14 to 16%, up from the earlier projection of 3 to 5% after Nodix grew 18.6% in the first half, the strongest such performance since 2010. In world news, diplomatic contacts to end the Iran war encountered a new complication overnight Singapore time. Iran rejected demands for compensation for damage incurred during the conflict, calling the proposal, which had not been raised in any previous round of talks, inconsistent with the terms of the preliminary peace deal signed in June. The rejection adds to uncertainty over the Hormuz reopening framework being negotiated between Iran and Oman. In the region, a U.S. federal judge in Brooklyn yesterday, Singapore time, dismissed fraud and bribery charges against Indian billionaire Gautam Adani and his nephew Sagar Adani after the Justice Department moved to abandon the case. The charges filed in late 2024 alleged Mr. Adani had agreed to pay more than $250 million in bribes to Indian officials to secure solar energy contracts. Judge Nicholas Garofis granted the dismissal, but said the Justice Department's decision was concerning, criticizing prosecutors for working with Mr. Adani's defense lawyers without input from the agents who investigated the case. The judge said he was satisfied that Mr. Adani's previously announced pledge to invest $10 billion in the United States did not factor into the decision to drop the charges. The Philippines House of Representatives has passed a Digital Media Anti-False Information Act, also known as the Disinformation Bill, by 286 votes to 3. The bill now goes before the Senate. Journalists and researchers who have spent years documenting disinformation are calling on lawmakers to reject the measure, raising concerns about press freedom. In companies and markets, oil steadied at more than a one-week high this morning Singapore time, with Brent crude at $87.81 a barrel and West Texas Intermediate at $82.20, as fading hopes of a U.S.-Iran deal kept supply uncertainty elevated. Gold rose for a third straight session to a more than 2-month high, supported by safe haven demand ahead of key U.S. inflation data. Asian shares drifted on continued uncertainty over the global inflation outlook, and stocks we're watching include UOB Kay Hee An, ST Engineering, Netlink NBN, Hobie Land FNN. For updates throughout your day, visit bt.sg. And don't forget to check in with our wrap podcast, Market Focus Daily, at 6 this evening.
This is a podcast by the Business Times. Find more BT podcasts at businesstimes.com.sg/podcasts or wherever you get your podcasts.